Hey now, it's your girl Shanita Nicole, and welcome to Do Dream On if you're new, and if you're already a dreamer, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Well, actually, this is Crafting for Profit, and I am Shanita Nicole of Do Dream On, but my dreamers say I have to do that intro all the time. So here we are. Today, we are going to be talking about crafting success, time blocking strategies for profitable growth, because that's what we're here for, right? Crafting for a profit. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that can literally make or break your craft business, and that is time blocking. If you're familiar with me, you know I'm always talking about time blocking, and I literally say time blocking has saved my life, and I don't take that phrase lightly. Time blocking has helped me to personally, I'm coming up on 4 years of being a full-time crafter, content creator, YouTuber, entrepreneur, whatever name you want to call it, that's me. So how can I do this as a divorced single mom of Madison Rose? It's because I time block. I time block everything. Literally time with my daughter. I even time block that time with her. Yes, you heard me correctly. I time block time with my daughter. We're going to specifically talk about today time blocking for your crafting business as well as for creating social media content, because if you craft, typically you're on one of the many social media sites, and so we have to time block that as well. I'm going to provide 2 strategies specifically for time blocking for your crafts, and then I'll throw in 2 more strategies specifically for creating social media content for your craft, business, and even a hobby. The wonderful thing about this is that you can use these time blocking strategies for anything in your life. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go. Before we get into all the strategies on time blocking, I will suggest something that I'm not sure if you heard of. It's called a time audit. So before we block our time, I want you to evaluate your time. So a week before you even start your time blocking journey, I want you to take a look at how long it takes for you to do your crafting tasks so far. So without adding anything new, what you currently do, how long does it take that process? If you're a graphic designer in crafting, how long does it take you on average, because every project can be different, to complete a project? A sublimation project from beginning to end, how long does that typically take? An embroidery project, and we know with embroidery it depends on how many stitches, etc. So just give yourself a time frame on how the tasks you currently do, how long they take, so then you can document in a handy dandy journal or notebook or calendar, planner, etc., how much time it takes for you to do the tasks you currently do. Once you do that, you can give yourself a roundabout average and time frame on how long it will take you in your time blocking journey. You also want to use this time audit to incorporate, if you work a full-time job, your household duties, your spousal duties, significant other, etc. Just take a look at your life and see how much time you do things, even how much you watch Netflix. You want to use a time audit to see what you're currently doing and how you can maneuver your time to incorporate these strategies that we're going to talk about. Okay, so if you're interested in more about time audits, let me know. But let's go ahead and break down the time blocking strategies. Just keep in mind your time audit in the back of your mind when you're planning your time blocking strategies. Now, let's jump into the meat and potatoes of the video. Why is time blocking so important? Why is time blocking crucial for crafters, you may be asking? I know, unfortunately, we don't have 24 hours just to craft our heart's desires out. We don't have that time. So we have to make sure that we are being strategic with our time. Some people may be single parents, some people may be grandparents, some people may be married, some people may work full time. You may be able to craft full time. Whatever the case may be, we can't spend a full 24 hours crafting, so we have to learn how to time block to get the best out of our time so that we can craft happily, okay? So in the crafting world, time is really precious. You may be juggling multiple projects, staying consistent with your crafts, and even skill development. Yes, you guys, we have to pour into ourselves and develop more skills in order to take our crafting business to that next level. And also just balancing the creative process. Sometimes when you're crafting, you can get burnt out. It may be trends everywhere, new crafters everywhere. It can be a lot. So it can be overwhelming, to say the least. So we're going to go ahead and tap into how we could try to get some type of organization as well as balance in our crafting chaos. So effective time management is not only just a productivity hack, it's a fundamental strategy for business growth and profitability. So the first two strategies we're going to tap into are going to be project-based time blocking and then skill development time blocking. So let's just dive right into it. So project-based time blocking is literally breaking down those larger craft projects into smaller, more manageable tasks. So just as an example, let's say that you're working on a handmade quilt. You're going to identify the task, like whether are you going to go to the store for this task? Are you going to order online? So in both of those times, you will have to schedule time to go to the store or the time from you ordering online till you get in the fabric. But then you have to choose the correct fabric. You have to cut the pieces and then sew the blocks together. So breaking it down like this provides clarity. You know exactly what you're doing, and it makes the project a little bit more approachable. Now I know I have to do 1, 2, 3, etc., and then I can go ahead and make this quilt. Okay, so that's how you want to think about it when you're doing project-based time management. So here's how you can block your time. You can block your time in hours, or you can block your times in days. So let's say we're going to give ourselves a week to get all the materials together and then go ahead and start the project. So you may say, Monday, I'm going to go ahead and choose what fabric that I want to use. Once I know the fabric I want to use, I'm going to see is at possibly a local fabric store. Or if I have to order it online, what's the fastest shipping that it can get? Once you decide that, you may say, Tuesday, I'm going to go ahead and either pick them up. Let's say you decide to go to your local fabric store. You're going to go ahead Tuesday, get up, do all the things you need to do, and then you're going to drive to your local store. Go ahead, pick that fabric up. You may go home and you may go ahead and start cutting the different pieces out, or you could wait till Wednesday to cut the pieces out. Thursday, you have a little bit of extra time. Now you're going to go ahead and start sewing that project. Okay, that's a week. Let's say you're doing it in a day. I'm going to get up in the morning, eat my breakfast, drop the kitties off, etc. And then I'm going to go ahead, go to the fabric store. I'm going to provide myself 1 hour time to go pick and choose the fabric that I want to use, and then I'm going to come home, eat lunch for a half hour, and then I'm going to go and cut the fabric out. I'm going to give myself another hour to cut the fabric out, and then I will start sewing after I pick the kids up, cook dinner, and then at 8 o'clock at night, I can start sewing the pieces together. So I gave you two examples if you're breaking it down by the week or if you're breaking it down by the day. And that is an example if you are working from home. The schedule will look different if you have a full-time 9 to 5 or even a part-time 9 to 5, 9 to 1. But that just gives you an idea of how you can make that process work for you. Everybody's life, time, and everything is completely different. So I actually do a weekly audit. I choose Mondays, some people choose Sundays, etc. But I choose Monday as the day to do my audit, where I sit down and plan my entire week out, okay? And then you can incorporate your project-based timelines during your admin day. That's what I call it for myself. Yours could be Sunday evening, it could be Monday morning, it could be a Wednesday. But you just have to evaluate your time, your life, your schedule, and then get to blocking off the time in hours or in days. Okay, so that's an example of how you can do it project-based. Once again, plug in whatever type of crafts that you do within that example and see how that works for you. So you can grab yourself a handy dandy notebook and write everything down, plug in what works for you. You may be more of a digital person. You can go ahead and use your digital planner, your calendar already in your phone, your calendar within your computer, whatever works best for you to write all of these things down so you can know exactly where you're going. It's really important to know your end goal when you're doing these time blocking strategies. What exactly are you trying to accomplish by using these strategies, and how will it help your crafting as well as your business? Because these are really essential in making your crafting as well as your business better. And even if it's a hobby, all of these things cohesively work together as a team. So now we're going to go ahead with our second strategy, which is skill development. Yes, you guys, skill development. If you guys are crafting, you have to develop your skills. You have to hone in on your skills, get better, provide time to research your machines, your new materials, the crafts that you want to do. All of these things take time. And if you want to be on top of everything, make sure you put that into your time blocking so that you can be most effective with your time. So first things first, you have to identify what skill it is you want to develop. Is it a new stitching technique? Is it a new sublimation project? Is it a new machine that you just received? Whatever it is, identify that area of growth so you can know what exactly you want to develop and how you want to develop that task, whether it's taking a class, a course, having a one-on-one with someone, watching more YouTube videos, whatever it is that you need to do to develop that skill. This is what you're going to be blocking that time out for. You want to seamlessly integrate skill development into your crafting routine. Now, this may look different for each one of us, but this is just something that you want to think about. What I mean by that is, let's say you're getting your morning coffee, your morning tea, or your morning smoothie, just depending on what type of crafter you are. During that time, you can search YouTube or any other social media site to go ahead and get some inspiration, learn the craft, etc. But you want to just put that into your crafting routine and then provide a time blocking space for it, whether you're time blocking weekly or time blocking hourly, daily, etc. It all just depends on your specific technique. Don't worry, I will give you a few visual ideas of how you can time block right now. So let's take a look at this time blocking schedule. So this is just a visual representation of a possible time blocking schedule. You can go as detailed or as vague as you like, but here's just an example. So we're going to start day one, a crafting project, okay? We're going to focus on project A. That's what we're going to call it. So in the morning from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., we're going to work on project A, cutting and assembling materials. So we have that time block to work on cutting and assembling those materials. From 12 to 1 p.m., we're going to have lunch. Now, you can make the lunch. You can go and drive to get the lunch. And all of that will be in the hour time frame. Then we have from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. an additional 3 hours to continue project A. So we're going to sew or assemble the components, all right? Now from 4 to 7 p.m., we're going to pick the kiddies up from school and we're going to cook dinner. Now the kids are fed and on their way. So now between 7 and 9 p.m., we're going to focus on skill development. We're going to practice a new stitching technique related to project A. So this is just a day one example of how you can time block your day. All right, so I hope you got some cool tips and now you know exactly what I was talking about. We're going to go ahead and go into day two as well, just so you get a little bit more information on it. So day two, we're going to finish project A because we did not finish it. So in the morning from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., we're going to finalize project A, add any finishing touches, do a quality check, make sure that it's right, etc. From 12 to 1, we're going to check our emails as well as have lunch. From 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., we are now going to start project B planning. We're going to brainstorm and plan the next crafting project. So from 4 to 7, once again, let's pick those kiddies up and they have soccer today, so we're going to take them to soccer practice as well as get dinner. We could cook it or we could pick it up, whichever works in your schedule. Then we're going to go from 7 to 9 p.m. social media content. We're going to capture and edit images or videos of completed project A for future posts. All right, so now it's time to show them what we got and what we were working on for day 2. And although I think you guys understand, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in day 3 for a little razzle dazzle. This is going to be skill development and content creation. So from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., it's our skill development again. We're going to learn a new crafting technique or explore a new material. From 12 to 1, we are going to exercise and eat our lunch. From 1 to 4, we're going to do social media content, create engaging posts for the week, focusing on behind the scenes content. So as you've been working on project A and project B, make sure y'all taking pictures, getting you some real shorts, TikToks, etc., videos, all of those things so that you can share this process. Then from 4 to 7, get those kitties. We have parent-teacher conference tonight. And then we're going to go ahead and get us some dinner. Now, we're going to relax from 7 to 9 p.m. We're going to take a break, recharge, find some inspiration, and now y'all can watch that good Netflix if you wanted to. But this is just an example of time blocking with a few visual examples showing you exactly how I would do it. I hope you guys enjoyed that part. Now let's keep going. Now, let's talk about 2 strategies for social media time blocking. We're going to talk about content calendar time blocking as well as theme-based content creation. Okay, so if you're in the crafting world and you're trying to make crafting for profit, you're going to have to dip your feet into the wonderful world of social media. I know a lot of people are literally clutching their pearls because social media is so ever-changing. It seems so huge, but I'll help you with just a little bit of time blocking tips that can help with your social media time blocking journey, specifically for your crafting, okay? One of the best ways to stay consistent is by creating a content calendar. This not only helps you plan ahead, but also ensures a cohesive online presence. And this is huge in the crafting world. Allocate specific time blocks specifically for your content creation on social media. That may look different for everyone. So Monday, you're creating that content. Tuesday, you may go ahead and edit what you created. Wednesday, you may set aside time so that you can write captions, wonderful, captivating captions for the content that you created, and then you post on Thursday. So that's like if you broke it down through the week. You can also utilize something called batching content. Now, this style is really cool. This is something that I personally do a lot. What I do, like I said, Monday morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day you pick, get dressed, get up, get all your things organized, and you can either appear in your content or you do not have to appear in your content. It's up to you and how your brand works. But get up and do multiple different things that day. Literally, you can time block 4 to 5 hours of creating content and only creating that content during that time frame to use at a later date. So let's say that you created some shirts, some hoodies, and some tumblers. So you want to actually put your shirts and your hoodies on. You find you a nice area, take the photos, take the videos, etc. And you do all of those things, switching out outfits, etc. for those 4 to 5 hours. That's all you do for the day because you are exhausted after doing all of that. And then the next day you go ahead and edit and go over what you created, see if that's what you like, etc. And then you could go ahead and select the date to release that content. Also, you can take photos of your items and use mock-ups if you do not want to actually be in front of the camera. It's absolutely okay, but the posting is a must, whether you're in it or not. Okay, so batching content is a winner for us. So there are so many tools and apps for content creation. It is a plethora of them. So you can use apps like Later, Buffer, or you could use your Google Calendar. You also could use Canva or an old-fashioned calendar in your planner. All of these things can help manage your content. Next, you can use theme-based content creation. And here's another one of my favorites. I love this because this is great for trends, for different seasons, for holidays, etc. And this one, you never can fail with this. I absolutely love theme-based content creation because sometimes things make it easy if the seasons are changing. Wonderful spring items, summer items, fall and winter. If it's a holiday, Easter, 4th of July, Christmas, Thanksgiving, that kind of New Year's, that kind of make it easy for you. So what you do is whatever holiday season trend is going on, you just tap into it. Things like breast cancer awareness, pink in October, Nurses Week, Grandparents Day, different things like that. You can cater your content based on those different things. And that works really, really well with helping create content and being consistent, showing up, and having seamless transitions of always showing up. Social media is a show up type of world. You do not have to show up every day, but being consistent on social media really helps. For example, motivation on Mondays. If you're familiar with me, you know that I do that a lot, and I used to do it every single Monday, but I do that so people get used to knowing motivational Mondays are coming up. It gives them something to look forward to, almost like their favorite TV show. Everyone knows on Thursday nights, this is what I watch. Everyone knows on Tuesday mornings, this is what I watch, etc. So it gives a little bit of consistency and makes it a little bit easier for you to create that content and to be consistent. So this definitely helps with streamlining your content. Like I said, Motivational Mondays. You can do Throwback Thursdays where you go ahead and you show different items that you made in the beginning to showcase. It could be a video, it could be a post, it could be anything, but just showing up in the crafting space. So those are some amazing tips that I actually use in my business, and I'm going to show you some things that I use as well. So as I showed you earlier, my handy dandy planner. I don't know where I would be without the old-fashioned planner, writing things down, making a list, checking it twice, right? I love me a good planner. So I utilize this literally daily to make sure I'm doing my time blocking and being on top of my crafting. I also use regular journals as well, just to make sure I'm writing the list and everything down. I also have something that I like to call my secret weapon. What I use is tons and tons of dry erase boards. I love me a good dry erase board, and I have them all over my place because I'm always documenting things. But I made a specific dry erase board, what I call Do Dream On's Fave 5. And what this is it's 5 prioritized things that I have to do within a day, or you could do it within a week. But what I do is in my day, I get up and I say, what do I have to do? But what is the top priorities that I have to do? And I have 5 because I'm doing it for me, my business, and my daughter. You may want to have a top 3 or a top 8. I try not to do too many though. 5 works great for me and for my life because I can divvy up with 2 things for my daughter, 2 things for my business, and 1 thing for me. Or I can switch it up to 2 things for myself, 1 thing for my daughter, 2 things for my business. It all depends on what I have to do. So for example, here I have to clean up, I have to visit my mom, budget and plan, go live, and edit and record a long and short form video. So these are my top 5s. It doesn't matter what I do the rest of the day, I have to make sure that I do those top 5 things. And what I do is I allocate my time based on that. I may go visit my mom, carve out 2 hours for that. I may clean up, carve out 1 hour for that. I may, depending on what it is I have to clean up. Okay, so it all depends on what you do, but I have those fave 5s that I'm like, these are things I have to do. And then I did a wordplay. I'm like, fave 5 so I can make it fun to do instead of some treacherous, horrible to-do list, right? So that's something that you want to think of. I also utilize timers. I have an old-fashioned timer, which is 15 minutes, and then I have a new fancy timer, which is a hexagon. And whatever time that you lay it on, it shifts to that time. Okay, so this works because now I know I have a start and finish time of whatever it is that I'm doing. If I want to carve out 30 minutes to read my favorite book, in between working, then I can do that. But I utilize those tools to personally help me with my time blocking journey. I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave comments. Please let me know how you liked it. And good luck on your time blocking journey. I wish you so much crafting success using time blocking strategies for profitable growth. I'm Shanita Nicole of Do Dream On, and I wish you guys so much success. Bye.